So ironically enough, we may be starting a fallow deer hunt with a European rabbit, but that guy right there is actually a melanistic male, and I've not seen a lot of those, so I actually went and grabbed the 22 pistol just for this, and as long as we actually can get the right slot, we're gonna try to get that guy. Think we got him. Yeah. And he was up to 1 on the score and 1 to 2 kg, so I'm hoping he's going to make gold. I think gold is 1.8 or 1.9, so he's going to have to be at the top end of that, but he definitely has a chance. And I wanted to just kind of throw that at the beginning of this before we get on to our fallow deer run. And actually, before we claim him, I do just want to show we have shot, just last night, 20 bucks in 20 minutes, and that would make this video just crazy long. That is unfortunate. 0.1 below. We'll still taxonomize him, but almost got a random gold melanistic European rabbit out of that. But this video would be really long if we kept every single fallow buck in it. So we're going to do the same thing we did with the lions. Any herd of fallow deer or just single fallow deer with a level 4 buck or higher, we're going to have in the video. And then anything else will just kind of be random grinding that won't be included. And that's going to allow us to do more runs and just hopefully get more interesting stuff in the video. So we'll kind of see how this goes. And it's kind of fitting that we're actually going to start with a level 4 buck, so honestly, I've been pretty fine with just taking the shots from wherever I get the opportunity. The M1 will take down a fallow deer even with a flesh wound, so even if we didn't get the immediate drop shot, we'd be able to find him. There is another one over there. I don't imagine he would have heard the shot, but I guess he's hiding somewhere up there a little higher. That one's just a 3, but we'll just get him taken out for good measure. And there was even another 4 just for some reason chilling right there. We probably can hit him in the neck. Might have been too high and gotten brain, but at the end of the day, it's a respawn and that's the biggest thing we need. And I don't think I clarified at the beginning, we're not actually doing a diamond fallow deer grind. We've got several diamond fallow in the trophy lodge. Although, if we could get more, I would definitely consider removing some other things in the lodge for them, because the diamond fallow always look impressive, but the biggest thing is, I want to get a better rare for our multi-mount. We have the albino from the mission, we have a diamond in there, and then we have a, I think, bronze melanistic that should have been a silver, but we ended up messing up the shot, so I really want to get another gold rare for that, and I think just with the amount of fallow deer you can kill in a small amount of time on this map, we should be able to do that. But that was 2 level 4 fallow deer and 2 golds. I knew this guy had to be close, and he's actually not even a full 2 above the requirement, so got a little bit lucky there. And then 1 little bonus silver. That's not a bad looking 4. Unfortunately, we just sent him running. But I had the track. I don't even think we hit him there. He turned back right when we took that shot. I think we can probably get him. Just need him to cooperate. That might have been close. We got something, but I think it's too far back. Well, again, more important to get the respawn, but I wish we could have gotten the full score out of that one. Something I just thought of that I kind of want to do for this is to keep track of how many total fallow deer we shoot. So, that was a 226, not bad. I shot 1 extra between the last one and that level 4, so we're at 5 total, and our harvests are now at 29,140, so I'm curious where we end this, because in just a couple of runs, I think we could easily end up with like 50 or 60 fallow deer bucks, but we'll see. Ooh, I didn't even think that was a 5? I would not be the least bit surprised if that doesn't make it, because he did not strike me as a huge fallow, but that's the first 5 we've seen since we started this grind. We did actually kill one at this lake from the initial spawn on Aurora. But that's not what I'm going to start taking random shots at, just in case. Because I know even level 4 fallow can make diamond, so there's a smaller rack that can make it. I just don't see that actually getting there. But I think eventually he's going to stop here, and once he does, we'll hopefully get a shot off at him, and if he's going to make it, we could definitely throw him in the trophy lodge. He goes up to 275. I think 251 is diamond for them, so there's plenty of room in there for him to reach. It's just, I don't know, he looks like a level 4 to me. Finally slowing down. Just go ahead and heart shot him there. This lake is one of the more interesting for the entire Fallow run. It seems like there's less here than normal, which might mean one of the other lakes is especially populated, because there can be as many as like 8 or 10 Fallow around here, but I think there's only 3 that I've seen so far. There is the 5. There's, for some reason, the level 2 way out there. Not sure what he's doing. Don't like that he's turning either. That's gotta get him in the lungs. There's this guy. That'll drop him. And there is at least one more that maybe spooked when we shot the 5, because I'm not sure how close he was. I'm gonna assume that's what happened. So at least we don't have too much cleanup, especially with having to run like 400 meters out there to claim that one. And I guess this kind of just is sort of one of the negatives to doing this grind on Te Aroa. There's not a lot, but something about this map, animals do seem to take a really long time to get into their zones. And I think every now and then we're going to deal with that, just some that haven't gotten there yet, but I figure if we do enough runs, eventually they're going to be there and we'll get them one way or another. But there is a chance, so we should look, that other one that I know I saw actually comes back. It's kind of foggy right now, which doesn't help our case, but we gotta go around that side anyway. I actually do want to know where we hit this guy as well. Just double lung. I wouldn't have thought that would drop one at 270, but apparently it does. There is this track here of a 65 to 82 kg one, so he must have just been too close when we shot the 5 here. But we're gonna claim him super quick, and then I think we have time to get to one more spot. Maybe if he has like extra width there, which he might, I could see him making it. Yeah, he's just a gold at 224, so I shot a bigger 4 last night. I know I shot a 226. He is 95 kg, just happens to be a pretty low trophy rating one, I would say. So definitely not going to be doing anything with that. But we'll go ahead and go to this lake. I think the early zones end at 11:30, so I think we have time to at least see everything and hopefully get all the bucks taken out. That happens to be a level 4. I just shot a different one and spooked him out of there. It was just a small one. There's another buck right back in there. This is kind of the issue with this spot. When we're on such limited time, there are just a ton of bucks, and we have to go pretty quick, so naturally I didn't know that 4 was there and shot a different one first, but it all worked out. And just because we have to be quick, we shot him in the spinal cord, so missed out on yet another gold level 4. We have our level 2 here, one that we actually didn't shoot on video, and there's more still down on that end, but so far looking pretty small. But then the other one we shot there is a 104 scoring level 3, so a lot of smaller ones so far. Even the 5s apparently today are going to be pretty low scoring, but I wouldn't be surprised as we get over here closer if more start to render in, and maybe there's a good sized one here yet. There's a very real chance that that's not even going to be a gold level 4. But I imagine at least it's fairly obvious from the fact that we've completely changed time and location that the last spot actually did not have any level 4s. I think there were 6 silver, I think all level 3 fallow deers, so we got some respawns, but nothing special there. So that was the end of fallow deer drink time. And we're starting a second run, which is going to be these 2 lakes and then the entire river here, which this river tends to be the interesting part, so hoping for something good out of that. And our 4 is going to be actually a gold at 180, so not too bad. Decent way to start off our second run. I'm not sure what we've done that's that much slower than normal, but it's 10:35 now. We're definitely going to be pushing it, but you can kind of see why we have a tripod set up over here. There are just a ton of fallow deer, and by using the tripod we can limit how much hunting pressure we actually cause, so we're going to get in here. And I don't think I mentioned that I'm using the M1 today. It's a common question in videos we do like this. It's from the Smoke and Barrels weapon pack, so if you're curious, that is the weapon that is allowing us to get these really quick follow-up shots. It's going to be tough to get anything into that buck. Maybe when the doe's heads are down. Can do just enough. A little bit too slow on that guy. I don't know what we just did because he definitely took off before we got our shot, but we got him. That is the buck that we're actually mainly interested in. Then, man, they're taking off especially fast today. That dude didn't actually get spooked. A lot of times they do run this way, so we'll try to get a shot. Of course, this buck's gonna have a doe standing in the way as well. Should be lungs. And then as long as we can get reloaded, the one that we did not get to hit is running right to us. That'll take care of that. And I at least don't see... yeah, there he is. I was wondering if we maybe hit a little bit, like, too low on that or something. Still not actually sure we got a lung. One way or another he's going to go down. That might speed it up, though. So I wasn't actually going to include any of the level 3s claiming in this, just to kind of speed things along. But this is the one that I thought we didn't get. Just happened to get him lung, liver, and stomach. And there are more fallow just over here. That's a piebald, isn't it? I thought it was a doe. It definitely is. We'll let him actually go to drink again just to make sure we're going to have a nice clear shot, but he's going to be well below gold. There's no doubt about that. But that's the first rare of this grind. And that should be more than enough to get him down. There is another buck. I'm not sure there's any way of getting a shot in there where he's at, so we may need to wait on that one. But that's kind of an unexpected twist in what we're doing here. I think there's still 2 more I needed to find here. There was the big 4. And I thought maybe one other yet. I almost want to just leave them go and go check that out, though. The extra runaround tracking is not helping things because it's already 11 o'clock now. I guess that was just farther than I thought, though. Almost hard shot him still. But that was a 217 level 4. And then right up here ahead of us should be our piebald and then maybe a chance at that other buck yet, which it would be nice just to get respawns, especially if we actually are getting rares to spawn now. I know we've shot at least several hundred total, and it's good to finally see one, even if it is a pretty small buck. The other thing it's good to see is just the vital hit here, because we have been struggling today. Had quite a few, like, flesh wounds and stuff like that, but this definitely is a piebald fallow buck. Pretty much the same size as most of the rare fallow I've seen, but pretty cool what we can do with the screenshot here. I wish we could kind of put that grass a little bit down lower, but I like that. It's actually pretty neat. So this guy has to be a silver, I think. 114. I like that, though. I'm not sure what I would prefer. Like, because we have obviously the diamond common and the albino from the mission, I don't know if I'd rather a piebald or a melanistic for that 3rd slot. The piebalds look really cool, and that's just a little reminder of that, so that's some good motivation to keep going along this. By the way, I know this isn't a level 4. I'm not going to get in the tripod just for 1 buck, but I do believe that's the one that we couldn't quite get a shot at after we shot the piebald. That's a pretty good looking 4. Up to 237. I've shot a lot of fallow here. Almost every single one has been just abysmally small. There's also another 4 there, and a 3. More bucks than normal. That had to be really close to getting him in the neck, but it'll do enough, and hopefully we can get into something with that guy. We just don't have the time to track right now, so we may even come back for that 3. But getting another solid 4 was good. He may be, I wouldn't be surprised, the best buck of the video, because he's extra wide, and I think that'll help him out. We'll see what he ends up scoring here. Yeah, 226, so as I said, I shot a level 4 yesterday bigger than the 5 we killed, and now we got one even in this video. I'm pretty sure the one that we shot second here will go down fast enough. There's one more zone here. We may even just leave them, actually, because we're going to be risking spook and stuff. And then the last zone up here ends at 12, so we're good there. We just need to get to this one last spot, so we'll worry about those 2 a little bit later. I'm glad I spent some time looking, because there is a good one hiding back in there. We'll get up in the tripod, because I'm hoping we have at least 2 that we can get. That's another solid 4, up to 237 on that guy. I think that should work. That'll be 2. And a lot of times, once again, they run to where you can get them. That was unfortunate. We had that lined up, I think, to get the neck bone, but still got plenty of time. That'll do a little better. And there's even one last buck hiding out there for one last round. Let's just get him taken down. Again, I think those 2 that we haven't yet claimed, we'll just go back and get them at the end. Because there's another one, it's right by this tent, and I have the tent there just to fast travel across and claim one. Shot one over here that was a level 3, so we have some last minute claiming to do anyway. I think it'll be smartest just to continue and make sure none leave their zones before we get there. But then we had a couple of pretty small ones there, a level 2, and I think the other one might have been a 2 as well, but our 4 and 3 are gonna kind of balance that out a little. And I think this is probably like a lower end 4, just kind of looking at the width. Yeah, 198. Not bad though. And we have our other really tiny one. 83. Not even sure how, when that 4 is barely double that, but apparently that's just how it is. Then we've got this guy, which was a 161 level 3. I like these antlers though, the ones that kind of curl inwards. And then I think this is an 1130 zone, so we may be dealing with fallow deer that are kind of walking away, but that wouldn't be such a bad thing. I think that is what they're doing, but unfortunately, they're quite close to the tripod, so gonna have to go with the same strategy. Just sort of run to it, and generally at least, when they're in their zone, they flee out across a pretty large opening over here, and we have plenty of time to actually get a shot, so we are reloaded. 0 for a more appropriate range. And we'll kind of see where they run off to, or even if there is a buck in this zone. Usually there is, but sometimes it does seem to be just the does. For some reason they're still hanging around. But I, at least from here, don't see... Oh, one little guy that... I don't know if they're stuck. They gotta be. I mean, they're walking around. Why they wouldn't spook, I have no idea. The odd thing is, though, the zone that lasts till 12 is down on that end, and there's nothing there. There's another tiny buck that we missed out on, so we'll try to get a shot at him, but I actually thought that was one that we could rely on to get a few more. It's been quite consistent, and maybe some of these are from that zone? I don't know, but I guess that's actually going to be it for our run. Not any level 4s in this last one, but it would be kind of weird to not include the very last spot. I still don't get how we ran that close. That doesn't make any sense, but I'm curious. I think after this guy, there's going to be 3 more total to go back and claim, and I want to just see what our count is for, like, I called it 2 runs, but it's 1 single trip around the map. We didn't go to any one place twice. Our total harvests are going to be 29,182. We started at 135, if I'm remembering correctly, so like 47 fallow deer bucks in an hour and 20 minutes. It's insane how many you can get doing this run, and that's why I think we can do this. I'm not quite sure why they're still there. This must be another late zone. But there's 2 more fallow bucks. I almost wish there was a 3rd, because we could push it to 50 kills. But we'll at least try to take the 2. That guy, I think, is a guaranteed gold with that rack. And then there's this little dude, which is going to have us at 49. I need to figure out where the other one was that I shot over here. I know it's right in this area, and he could have despawned. Sometimes that happens when you fast travel, but actually I think it's right over there, so that might give us an opportunity to look for one last one. So I didn't attempt to keep track like how many fallow deer actually made it into the video, but to kill 49 in less than an hour and a half is just ridiculous, and like I said, that's why I think we really can get 1 or maybe several gold rare fallow deer doing this. It's just, there's so many. You can do it pretty simply, and with not that much setup. We don't have that many tents and tripods set up, And really at this point, we're not even that optimized. We can move tents and tripods to maybe make these runs a little more efficient. But for now, we're doing pretty good. And we got ourselves our first rare, so we're going to go back to the trophy lodge, and we'll get a look at him. I must have put them in a different order to do this multi-mount this time, because I can never get the 2 rares being out front like that. But I really like that, because the diamond fallow, it doesn't matter where they are. Those giant antlers sticking out, you can tell exactly what's going on there, so I like this a lot. We have our little piebald there, which hopefully one of these days is going to be a much bigger piebald. But for the moment, we have that, our mission albino fallow and the diamond, but pretty cool to add to that. I'm really just looking at that. I think I do prefer the piebald in here. So if we could get so lucky, hopefully that's the gold rare we can get, but to start out, honestly, within a week, getting 1 rare, I'm pretty happy with that. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.